do it. I got it for a thank you.
Yeah. That's also why it's hurts a little bit over here.
That's the horn I did my junior and senior recitals on. I played up until about 3 years ago when I decided I needed this one because CO's so children's functions. Everything was in the just half.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I know, and I have a piccolo trumpet coming up because we're doing. Well, with actually Michael Bell at his church, we're playing. We're doing all of them.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, is it just that part? He's like, no, we're doing all of them. And I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Ready?
Oh.
Today
Today
and
I'm
twice with speech.
And then Baker's there.
No slow down first. No slow down first.
I've seen this tempo. I will still forget that even
Madam President, let the opening convocation ceremony for the 2025-2026 academic year now begin.
Thank you, Dr. DeCurer. I'm going to ask you to stay standing for just a moment here as we do a bit of a greeting. Welcome to all of you to Opening Convocation and to our 2025-26 academic year. I'm especially grateful to the Muskingum Valley Brass for the great beginning to our ceremony today, our celebration. And I'd like to do a round of applause for them because they provide music to us for so many things. Thank you. So please remain standing in body or spirit for our invocation delivered by Chaplain Derek Wadlington.
If it be your way, please pray with me. Gracious and Holy One, we give thanks for this glorious day that you have made. We give thanks for the opportunity of a new year, of the energy it brings, the excitement, the dreams. Be with us this day as we are getting settled in. Be with us this weekend as we're making new friends, as we are adjusting, and be with us this year that we learn and grow together. Special blessing on all these students who are beginning this journey. Be with them, walking with them, giving them strength and courage and patience. And be with our staff and our faculty as we do our best to guide them on this learning experience. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Please be seated.
It is pretty amazing to look out at this whole group of new students to Muskingum. We are so delighted to greet you, our incoming Muskingum students, and to welcome our returning students who have joined us today for this very exciting time of new beginnings. We are so glad that each one of you has chosen Muskingum, where we all share the common purpose of inspiring, encouraging, and challenging one another to make an impact on the world. At Muskingum, we recognize your talents and your potential. Here you will learn and grow. You will explore your gifts and interests, discover new ideas and exciting possibilities, and develop strong friendships that will last long into the future. We are confident during your years as students and later as alumni that you will embrace the Muskingum tradition of excellence in service, which began with our founding in 1837. Will all of our new students please rise as you are able in body or spirit? New students, please rise. That's you. So welcome to Muskingum, whether you are class of 2029 or whether you're joining the classes of 2026, 27, or 28. We are so pleased to have you here today, and we are here today to honor you at the beginning of your journey. So welcome to each one of you, and we are ready to go. So you may be seated, but thank you again. I also want to welcome back those returning students that are here today. And there are a number of groups of students I want especially to recognize. First of all, we have student mentors for the Muskingum Experience 101 class who are here to guide and to support our new students. Each section of that class has one or more volunteer mentors who are here to help students learn about life on campus, answer questions, share wisdom, and in general, make it easier to navigate this first year. We're so grateful for their commitment to helping our incoming students learn the ropes at Muskingum. I also want to recognize and thank our student leaders from Orbit Media. They're here recording and broadcasting today's event, as they do with so many events throughout the year. We thank them for playing such an important role in connecting Muskingum families with students and friends near and far with our life here on campus. And finally, I want to recognize the returning students who came to cheer on the incoming students. We have a number of athletic teams, other friends, and a few family members who came to recognize and support you. So students, returning students, I'd like you to rise, if you would, and also have a round of applause. And you may be seated. So, new students to Muskingum, you have an exciting journey ahead of you. And behind you here in this room, you have a wonderful group of faculty. Behind and around you, a wonderful group of faculty and staff who are here to support, encourage, and lead you on that journey. They will teach you, coach you, challenge you, advise you, and inspire you to reach your fullest potential. You will come to know them as teachers, scholars, community leaders, and mentors who set amazing examples of both professional and personal excellence. Would our Muskingum University faculty and staff please stand and be recognized? I'd also like to welcome our new students' families and friends today who may be joining us virtually or a few in person. We thank you in advance, family members, for the countless ways you have not only helped your students reach this moment, but for the ways you are going to support them throughout their next few years as they keep going forward on this journey of learning and growing. And so I'd like to have a round of applause for families and friends near and far who are supporting our students throughout their time at Muskingum. So I am now pleased to introduce the mayor of the village of New Concord, the Honorable Jennifer Lyle. She has served in the role of mayor of New Concord since 2020. Mayor Lyle grew up in New Concord, and after an extensive career in New York in the artist management and marketing industries, returned home to be closer to her family. She worked for Muskingum's Institutional Advancement Office before devoting herself full-time to local community development projects, first as a member of the Village Council and now as mayor. Mayor Lyle, please come forward.
Thank you, President Hassler, for your kind introduction. It is truly, I'm just looking out here, there are so many faces, it's just beautiful. It is truly my pleasure and privilege to be here today as part of this convocation ceremony and to add my voice to all the others saying, welcome Muskies, welcome to campus, and welcome to New Concord. Muskingum University and the village of New Concord have shared roots going back more than 180 years. Our stories are deeply intertwined, and today, more than ever, we are stronger together. New Concord is proud to be a college town, and we're proud to have you here. There is no better way to experience that connection than by coming to Community Day, just a week from tomorrow. That's next Saturday, August 30th, in case you wanted to write it down. Community Day is a joint celebration between the village and the university. It's a day for students and residents alike, and there's something for everyone. We kick off with a 1 mile, just 1 mile, Muskie fun run at 9 a.m. After that comes Shop Walk from noon to 2 p.m., and that is just for Muskingum students. And you, I hope, have already heard about Shop Walk. Am I right? Yes? No? A few people have? Well, find out about it because you will discover local businesses, grab free stuff, and maybe even win a prize. Starting at 4 p.m., we will roll into Party in the Park with music, food trucks, cornhole, rock climbing, axe throwing, putt-putt golf, and yes, a beer and wine garden. And in case you're wondering, we do check IDs, but it's a fun time for everyone. In between these events, you can explore Vendor Village with over 40 craftspeople, Kids Corner, and also more food trucks. There's a lot to enjoy, and we don't want you to miss any of it. On another note, you may have noticed some construction across from the Dairy Duchess on Main Street. That is Teddington Square, an outdoor food court built with upcycled shipping containers. Will you expect this to be another great place to gather and enjoy our village? So after Community Day and throughout your time at Muskingum, I encourage you to venture to the village, hike down the hill to Main Street, and we hope to see you downtown and around town. So have a great fall term. Go Muskies. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Lyle. As the mayor noted, we have a close partnership with the Village of New Concord, and it provides a great resource for our students here in so many ways. So appreciate your words of welcome. It is now my privilege to introduce our convocation speaker, Daniel Jennings. But before I do that, I want to introduce a couple of very special visitors who are here to hear Daniel today. His parents, who are in the front row, and Mr. and Mrs. Jennings are going to proudly listen to Daniel today. So I wanted to make sure that they were acknowledged. Daniel was sure you'd be thrilled if I did that, so. Daniel is the founder of Jennings Java, a specialty coffee company driven by a passion for sustainability and an entrepreneurial spirit. Daniel attended Muskingum University from 2015 to 2019 and balanced academics with athletics as a collegiate soccer player and a business major. He began his coffee journey during his freshman year when he roasted small batches of coffee beans in his residence hall room, which we would not recommend, by the way, just saying. After his time at Muskingum, Daniel brought Jennings Java to Columbus, opening the company's first cafe in Marion Village. And today, Daniel and his team supply individuals, like the Hassler family, restaurants and hospitality groups across Ohio and beyond with coffee, amazing coffee, and cold brew solutions, including distinctive and often underrepresented coffees from Southeast Asia. So please join me in welcoming Daniel Jennings to speak with you today.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm excited and honored to have the opportunity to come back to a place that I will always call home, Muskingum University. I want to begin by thanking President Hassler, my professors, and the whole Muskingum community for the support you have given me, not only during my time here as a student, but also in the years after as I became part of the long magenta line. Almost 10 years ago to this day, I sat in your very shoes, waving goodbye to my parents with a sense of excitement, uncertainty, and I believe all the emotions. However, it didn't take long for this university to welcome me in as one of their own, as it does for so many. I do remember preparing for my very first college exam. I believe it was Geology 101, the study of rocks. And like I said, Muskingum embraced me as one of their own, so I decided that I'd spend most of my time socializing with my soccer teammates and my new Muskie friends. Well, exam day popped out way too quickly, and I showed up to that class, ready to circle C, B, D, and hope I would get a good grade. Well, to my surprise, that was a short answer exam with words like metamorphic, sedimentary. I did my best to jot down whatever I could, and I think this might be the first time my parents found out that I got a whopping 41% on my first college exam here at Muskingum. As you can imagine, that was a learning lesson for me. Procrastination, even though I wasn't good at it in high school, certainly was not something that I should bring with me to my college days here at Muskegum. But well, procrastination was something not to bring with me to college. My love for craft coffee was certainly something that was going to fuel me. Fuel me to start studying for once, to stay up late, enjoy coffee, and then try to get an A, maybe even a B on an exam. You see, I grew up just down the road in Columbus, Ohio, and from an early age, without even knowing it, I acquired a taste for specialty grade coffee. I was surrounded by so many great coffee roasters that I now get to call my neighbors. With respect to Muskegum, I showed up to the town of New Concord and was a little bit surprised 10 years ago that specialty grade coffee, well, it just wasn't the same like it was back home in Columbus, Ohio. I was sipping on whatever I could find at the grocery store, Maxwell House, Folgers. And although those were staples, and I'm not trying to shame or be snotty with this at all, it just wasn't quite cutting it for me. It wasn't what I was used to in Columbus, Ohio. So, with that problem in mind, I got online and tried to research how to get good quality coffee here. But with my small budget and my time being spent as an athlete for the soccer team, I was not able to afford to get coffee shipped out. So, doing some research, I was like, okay, let's look to see how to create good quality coffee. I'm not sure if any other students have ever got raw coffee beans from origin shipped to this mailroom over here, but I did. I got a 5-pound bag of raw coffee, what we call green coffee. 5 pounds. I was set, or so I thought. Now I just need to figure out how to roast this coffee. It's raw. It doesn't taste good. We need to cook it just like we would a steak. I needed a heat source. Well, after a little bit more research online, I found out that something as simple as a popcorn popper can roast coffee. So I went down to the local Goodwill, I believe in Cambridge, Ohio, and got a popcorn popper. And with lots of ambition, I set out to roast my first batch of coffee on Moore First Floor. You can imagine, with a little bit of smoke pouring out of this roaster, that might have been the best smell that has ever come from a men's freshman dormitory. Well, word did spread, or moreover, aroma spread, that there was a student roasting coffee in his freshman dorm. I can't remember exactly how many weeks I got away with this, but I learned pretty quickly as professors, students, and even the local coffee shop just down the street, Chapman's Coffee, started to support me by buying bags. I thought it might be safer if I looked to do a different route. I headed over to my parents' garage. I remember catching a batch of coffee on fire as I was distracted trying to study for exams. Well, my dad wasn't quite happy with that. So instead, I needed something a little more local, not 80 miles down the street. I set up shop on Route 83, just around the corner from here, in a pole barn. Rent is a lot cheaper in New Concord than it is in Columbus. I miss that pole barn. So with a vision in mind, I started roasting coffee for professors, students, a local coffee shop. Before I knew it, it was turning into a full-fledged job for me. I still had to balance academics, my soccer at the same time. So what did I do? Buy a larger roaster. About a month into this venture, I got an email from a professor. Mind you, I was still a freshman at the time and not in any of my business courses yet. I was majoring in business at the time. This professor I have only heard about and saw occasionally on campus, surrounded by students. Students adored this professor. His name, Professor Golden, or Gary, as you'll hear me call him, because that is what he wanted his students to call him. He asked if I could come to his office for a conversation, what every freshman wants to hear from a professor. I had an inclination that it might be about the coffee business, and when I walked into his office, I was greeted with excitement and an eagerness to learn about my business plan. My business plan, I asked. Well, I had none. The only thing I was doing was providing coffee for myself, friends, and family. I informed Professor Golden that I was going to wait till after my days at Muskegum to start this business. I was enjoying what was going on right now, but I was going to spend my time focusing on my academics, and we would kickstart Jennings Java when I walked across stage in 2019. I'll never forget his little grin as he knew why he called me into there to that day. to stretch me outside of my comfort zone. He asked a simple question with the most dramatic pause. I'm not good with silence, for the record. So he asked, like this, "Why wait?" He told me, "Why wait?" I didn't know if I was supposed to respond at this time, but after what seemed like the longest pause ever, he informed me I was already in the best environment to take a risk, to learn, and to grow, and that there would always be an excuse to wait until later. Professor Golden continued to be a friend and a mentor of mine, even long after my time at Muskingum. He was always willing to let me pick his brain, would have me back to speak to some of his business classes, and included letting me vent as I was trying to figure out how to get a business loan and set up my first cafe in Columbus, Ohio. Unfortunately, Professor Golden is no longer here with us, but I believe that he would have got a real kick out of seeing me up here in front of all you people. I never even wanted to go in front of a class and speak. During my years here, I collected countless memories, lessons. Some of them you might already be figuring out, like, give yourself plenty of time to walk these hills, especially in this heat today. I'm very happy I didn't have to move into a dorm. It was hot out there. If you were waking up for an 8 a.m. class, don't do what I did. 7:50 is not appropriate. Don't sprint to class, up these hills, gasping for breath with a granola bar, bedhead. It's not a good look to your first 8 a.m. class. Other lessons were taught to me through professors here, students, and my memories, some a little more serious. So as you sit here, ready to begin your journey at Muskingum, let me leave you with the 3 lessons that shaped my time here. The first, just like my friend, my mentor, Professor Gary Golden told me, don't wait. Why wait? Seize the day. Some of the most meaningful opportunities you'll find here are not going to come from what you planned, not from a syllabus, not from a calendar. They're going to come on a whim. They'll come from a club you join, a conversation with a professor after class, a chance to lead when you least expect it, a teammate, or starting a business with a fellow Muskie. Don't be afraid to say yes. Stretch yourself outside of your comfort zone. You have a group of professors, students, and faculty that are all here to support you. They want to see you succeed. Second, don't be afraid to fail. Remember, I failed my very first college exam. Now, I see a bunch of professors here in the back. My parents are down here. I am not saying go out and fail your first college exam. Please don't do that. You can learn from my mistakes. Study, please. But life is full of failures. When failure hits, realize it's just a stepping stone for you. It's not a stop sign. When things don't go the way you intended, pause, look around. It's okay to have those emotions. Failure is not fun. But ask, what lessons are to be had here? What can I learn? How do I not get down here again? Lastly, and what I believe is the most important thing for your time here at Muskingum University, is going to be investing in the people around you. I believe one of the best things about Muskingum is that you are not just a number, but you are a name. You are supported here. The friendships you build here, the mentors you meet, and the community you create are going to go far beyond graduation. There will be countless opportunities to form these relationships in ways that you cannot even imagine. Don't take those moments for granted. If you do these things, I believe that you'll find your time at Muskingum University is not just going to be about 4 years on a college campus. It will be a foundation that shapes the rest of your life. So a challenge I have for you is simple. The challenge I was given when I was here from my Professor Golden. Don't wait. Don't wait until after graduation. Chase these opportunities. Don't wait for the perfect time. It may never present itself. And don't wait until you feel ready. Seize the day now, because this place, this moment, and these people are already the beginning of your story. You are writing it as you sit here today. Welcome home to Muskingum University, class of 2029, and go Muskies.
Thank you, Daniel. He probably saved a few stories that he didn't tell you about his time here at Muskingum, but we are so glad to have heard a bit of your story. So thank you again for being here. So it's now my pleasure to introduce our Student Senate President, Mr. Philip Lashley, of the class of 2027. Philip is from Laura City, Ohio. He's a political science and criminal justice major with a pre-law minor. He's an accomplished scholar and active student leader. He is a John and Annie Glenn Public Service Fellow, a member of our forensics program. He's also served as president of the Lambda Sigma Honorary, the Model UN and Global Studies Club, and vice president of the Game Club. So please come forward, Philip, to share with us today.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. I couldn't have said it better myself. Welcome, class of 2029. My name is Philip Lashley, and it is my honor and privilege to stand before you today as the 2025-2026 Student Senate President. And just a forewarning before I finish this speech, I've been battling a sinus infection for the past week, so I might sound like Squidward. Please bear with me, okay? Each of you has incredible potential, and your time here at Muskingum is where that potential can grow into something real, something meaningful. Now, just a quick show of hands. Who here has heard the name John Glenn? Great, you passed. As I can see, most of you have. And if you haven't, that's okay, you will. And for good reason. John Glenn was a Muskingum alum. He earned his Bachelor of Science degree here in 1943. He was the first American to orbit the Earth, flew into space again at the age of 77, served in World War II and the Korean War, and held office as a US Senator for 4 consecutive terms. That's quite the resume, isn't it? But beyond all that, he believed in helping others. John Glenn literally and figuratively reached for the stars. His goals may have seemed impossible to some, but not to him. And through hard work, passion, and persistence, he made the impossible real. You might be thinking, your one goal here is to graduate and get that diploma, and that's a great goal. I'm hoping to achieve that one myself. But I want to challenge you. Don't just stop there. Reach for your own stars. Don't just be a student, be a difference maker. Get on the president's list, win a Golden Hook Award, make a mark in this community, or hey, do all 3. Find what you're passionate about and let that passion ripple across this campus. One of my favorite examples comes from a fellow student and John and Annie Glenn Public Service Fellow. During my first semester here, I saw him picking up acorns outside Brown Chapel. I was a little confused. It's not every day that you see that. So I asked him, hey, what are you doing? He told me he planned to grow them into trees and replant them to help combat deforestation. At first I thought, wow, it's a little ambitious. But now, he's grown over 200 saplings and already has plans for where to plant them. It's amazing to see. And that's just one student, one idea, one moment of action. And the best part, you don't need a spaceship to reach your stars. So, how do you reach them? Let me share with you 3 pieces of advice that have helped me during my time here. First, communicate, communicate, communicate. There's a saying in real estate, location, location, location. Well, communicate, communicate, communicate. Talk with your professors. They're here to share their knowledge and help you succeed. Talk with fellow students. Ideas grow stronger when shared. Talk with staff. They're more than willing to listen and help however they can. Communication opens doors to projects, partnerships, and opportunities you never expected. Second, use the resources at your fingertips. The Impact Center is for every student. The library is packed with information on anything you can imagine. Our computer and network services team is ready to solve any tech headaches. Without these resources, I couldn't have completed some of my favorite projects or planned my next ones. Third, never, never underestimate yourself. I know it sounds a little cliche, but too many students quit on their ideas before they even start. You've made it this far. You're smart, capable, and willing to work for what you want. Look at me, for example. Not too long, though. I don't want you to hurt your eyes, okay? Last year, I almost didn't run for Senate President. I told myself, Philip, almost no one knows you. You have no chance of winning. Save yourself the hassle. It's a great pep talk, right? But I ran anyway, and here I am. Sometimes it's better to win or lose than to never try and wonder what might have been. Remember, communicate, use your resources, and don't sell yourself short. Those three won't guarantee everything, but they'll get you a long way. And Muskingum can take you anywhere. Just ask the Board of Trustees member I spoke with recently. He told me about sitting beside John Glenn as a student trustee when Glenn leaned over and said, "From here, you can go anywhere." Muskingum is a fantastic launching point for your future careers and lives. You've chosen the right place to start your journey. The staff want you to succeed. Your fellow students want you to succeed. And you will succeed. I, and Muskingum as a whole, cannot wait to see the stars you reach. Thank you. And remember, it's a great day to be a Muskie.
Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Dugan, and I'm the Provost of Muskingum University. It is a joy to present a historic symbol of Muskingum University's commitment to student learning. More than 110 years ago, during the opening convocation ceremonies of the early 1900s, this key of knowledge was presented each year to the incoming class. Over the years, as times changed, the custom ended and the key was stored away. It was rediscovered several years ago during campus renovations, and the tradition began anew during the 2018 opening convocation ceremony. We are proud to continue this tradition today for the Muskingum University class of 2029 and transfer students entering the classes of 2028, 27, and 26. This key represents Muskingum University's commitment to provide you, our students, with the knowledge that will be the key to your future. The key will open doors to you in three ways. You will acquire the knowledge and build the skills you will need to become innovative problem solvers and catalysts for change. You will explore diverse interests and perspectives as you come to understand your values, goals, and purpose. And you will learn how to communicate and collaborate with others as you make your own unique impact on our world. I'm proud to now present the key to our Student Senate President, Mr. Philip Lashley, who will accept the key of knowledge on behalf of the Muskingum University student body.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm very proud and honored to accept the key of knowledge for the class of 2029 and the entire student body of Muskingum University. We are excited for the incredible learning journey and the opportunities ahead of us this year. Thank you. Over the summer, President Hassler announced that she will be retiring from the presidency at the end of this year. Each of you will be the last incoming class to be part of her 10-year legacy at Muskingum University. On behalf of Student Senate, it is my privilege and honor to present President Hassler with her own key of knowledge. for sharing her knowledge with Muskingum University. President Hassler, please come up.
They knew the other one would be a little large for me to carry around, right? This is such an honor, and thank you so much, Philip, and for those who thought of this. I do want to give credit to Professor Emeritus, Professor of History Emeritus, Bill Kerrigan, who is the one who found this key and brought it to me and actually helped construct this tradition, revive this tradition, and it's a very special one. So, thank you. So I have to now get my program and figure out what we're doing next. There you go. So as we continue to celebrate Muskingum's past, present, and future, I invite Heather Dawson, a music education major and member of the class of 2026, to come forward. And Heather is going to teach us about our university's alma mater, and then we're all going to rise as able in body or spirit and sing it with her. So be ready to learn about the next piece that you have to participate in. Heather.
The Latin phrase alma mater means nourishing mother, a term we use for our universities and for their official songs, sung at ceremonies and events. Muskingum's alma mater, All Hail Muskingum, has been our official school song since the early 20th century. Its melody comes from an 18th century hymn by German composer Friedrich Ferdinand Fleming, and the lyrics were written in the 1920s by alum Thomas Randall Berkshire, who came to Muskingum from Zanesville, Ohio. We continue to sing the alma mater at our major ceremonies as a way to celebrate connections among Muskingum's past, present, and future. We are eager to have you learn the first stanza today so that you can be a part of that celebration going forward. We're going to take just a moment to teach you the first stanza of All Hail Muskingum. We will learn the lyrics first, I'll repeat a phrase, and you repeat it back to me. Okay. All hail Muskingum, glorious alma mater. Thy loyal children come to do thee honor. Life more abundant thou to us hast given. Hail, alma mater, hail. Very nice. Now I will sing the alma mater for you so you can hear how it sounds. Then after you've listened to it, we'll do it again with all of you singing. If you weren't standing already, you can stand now, and we will sing it together. Children
You may be seated. It is a tradition, by the way, whenever you hear the alma mater, whenever the music begins, then the audience rises. And I'm especially appreciative to Heather for being willing to kind of educate us about that and lead us in the learning. Thank you again, Heather. One more round of applause for her. So in a few moments, our ceremony will conclude. We'll have some music that will begin then. We'll recess off the stage here. However, and the faculty and staff will leave out the back, and all returning students will also be dismissed after that recessional. But first-year students, those who are incoming students and their families and friends, please remain seated. Remain right where you are for a moment. Sarah Daly, our Director of Student Engagement, will introduce the full schedule of Welcome Weekend activities. And after those remarks, staff members are going to direct all of you to the quad where we do a class picture that includes every one of you and shows up in the fall magazine, right? So you want to be able to say, that's me, right there in the class picture. So you'll be coming out and joining some folks for a class picture after we have a few instructions. If we have any family members here, you may stay in the Steele Center until the class photo is done, after which you can say farewells to your students as they move on to the next events of the Welcome Weekend. So it's now my privilege to officially begin the academic year with this charge. Students, faculty, staff, families, friends, and honored guests. May the 2025-26 academic year be filled with opportunities for service, purpose, and joy. Faculty and staff, may we be guided each day by our shared sense of community, dedication, collegiality, as together we educate, inspire, and support each one of these students. Students, may you engage, explore, and expand your world in ways you never before imagined. Take risks, grab opportunities, and make the most of your time here at Muskingum. Families and friends, may the knowledge of your steadfast support remain with our students from now until the day we celebrate their commencement together. And remember that this year, like every year, will be a great year to be a Muskie. Glad you are here. Welcome. Have a wonderful year. Thank you.